Why narcissists need your reaction? Narcissists do not thrive on love, they thrive on regulation through others. At psychological level, they need attention, emotional reaction, validation, resistance, and even conflict. Why? Because internally they lack stable self-regulation. Your reaction stabilizes them, gives them, grants them, gives them a sense of existence. This is why they provoke you, bait you, accuse you, they might even rewrite reality. They push patterns they know will work. When you explain yourself, you are feeding the system. When you defend yourself, you are confirming their importance. When you argue, you are giving them relevance. To a narcissist, anger is good, anger is food. Anger is good, tears are good, confusion is good, exhaustion is good, but indifference is not. Silence threatens their entire psychological economy. The difference between weak silence and powerful silence is not silence is the same. There is fear-based silence and there is power-based silence. Fear-based silence sounds like if I speak it will get worse, I don't want a conflict, maybe I'm wrong, or I'll just keep the peace. This silence drains you, it collapses your boundaries. It teaches the narcissist that intimidation works. Power-based silence is different. Power-based silence says, I see you clearly, I'm no longer available for this, I don't need to correct you. Your perception no longer defines me. It is not frozen, it is settled. Narcissists can feel the difference immediately. One silence invites further control, the other ends the game. Why explaining yourself never works? One of the hardest things or the hardest habit to break is over explaining, especially if you are an empathic person, conscientious person. But I'll just go with conscious. I seem to like that one more. Trauma conditioned, used to being misunderstood. You think if I just explain it clearly enough, they will understand. But narcissists do understand, they just don't care. Explanation gives them more data to twist, more vulnerability to exploit, and more emotional leverage. Silence removes all of that. When you stop explaining yourself, there is nothing to argue with, nothing to misinterpret, nothing to weaponize. They don't need to win the argument. You don't need to win the argument. You exit the arena. And silence is how you do it. What silence does to a narcissist psychologically? When you withdraw emotional engagement, several things happen internally for the narcissist. Number one, they lose control. They can no longer steer your emotions. Number two, ego destabilization. Your non-reaction feels like rejection even if you say nothing. Number three, narrative collapse. They cannot tell whether you are winning or losing. Number four, projection escalation. They may accuse you of being cold, cruel, arrogant, or manipulative. The last one is important. When a narcissist says you have changed, you are heartless now, you think you are better than me, what they are really saying is, I can no longer control you. Silence exposes their dependency, and that terrifies them. Silence is not ignoring, it's not withdrawing. It is withdrawing access. Let me say that again. Silence is not ignoring, it is withdrawing access. Silence does not mean pretending nothing has happened. It means you no longer offer emotional access, you no longer participate in circular conversations, you no longer engage in bad faith dialogue. You still observe clearly, think critically, act decisively. You just stop feeling the dynamic. This is why silence feels uncomfortable at first. You are conditioned to believe that you owe explanations, you owe emotional labor, you owe responsiveness, but you don't. Silence is not cruelty, it is self-respect. The guilt trap and how to break it. Narcissists train you to associate silence with guilt. They say things like, so you are just not going to talk to me anymore? Or wow, maybe I guess I don't matter anymore. You are abandoning me, really? This activates your empathy, but notice, they are not asking for connection, they are demanding access. Healthy people respect the boundaries, and narcissists punish them. Silence breaks the guilt loop when you remember this. You are not responsible for regulating someone who refuses to see self-reflection. Your silence is not abandonment, it is containment. Practical silence, what it looks like in real life. Silence does not mean disappearing overnight unless no contact is necessary. It can look like short, neutral responses, no emotional tone, not defending or arguing or correcting, not engaging with provocations. Examples, instead of that's not what I meant, you are twisting my words, you say okay, I heard you, and then that's it, you stop. Instead of you are being unfair and that's hurtful, you say things like oh okay, no problem, and that's it, then you stop. This isn't passive aggressive, it is emotional disengagement. You are choosing where your energy goes. What happens after you hold silence? There is usually a sequence. Number one, escalation. They push harder. Number two, they play the victim. They portray themselves as wounded. Number three, rage or withdrawal. They try to punish you. Number four, replacement or discard you. They seek, supply elsewhere, somewhere else or elsewhere. This is not failure. This is confirmation that your silence has done its job. Silence as identity shift. The real power of silence is not what it does to them, it is what it does to you. You stop performing, justifying, chasing understanding, proving goodness. You will start trusting in your perception, regulating yourself, acting from values, choosing peace over chaos. Silence marks the moment you leave the narcissistic frame. And once you leave the frame, their control has ended. You don't need to confront a narcissist to defeat their control. You don't need closure, you don't need validation, you don't need the last word. The most powerful message you can send is this: you no longer have access to me. And sometimes the clearest way to say that is to say nothing at all. If this resonated with you, you don't need if this resonated with you, sit with it. You don't need to act immediately. Power moves slowly, quietly, and decisively. Thank you for being here. Take care. Bye bye.